Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Player Zone YouTube channel, and we're back for another iteration of rating kits. This time the Premier League away kits. The home kits video did so well, so we're back for a second time around with the away kits, and boy, are there some great kits in here. There are some stinkers as well, but there is some top tier change strips in this 20 teams. We've got fantastic ones throughout, so really excited to get into this one. If you're somehow new here to the channel, please make sure to press that subscribe button, press that post notification bell so you know we upload our podcast here to the channel, our reaction videos, more videos like these ranking type videos. A lot will be here at the channel as the season is about to get underway. With it all being said, ladies and gents, let's get straight now into rating these kits. Starting at the top with Arsenal, and I absolutely love this kit. At first, I was a bit skeptical about how it would work out, but the design palette, just the colours they match in well, that sort of zebra style gone through in those sort of side lines there of the Adidas kit. That's how you utilise those sort of side panels. I like that a lot. Fits in quite nice with a black body. Really clean design with the red and green. It just matches so well. And the gunner in all red, love it. Absolutely love it. Obviously still red in terms of the Arsenal colour. Straight gunner, love that as well. I think it's just a fantastic kit. And seeing it on the players when they released it, and the sort of players like Bukayo Saka, Gabriel wearing it, I was like, this is a really nice kit. A bit of an iconic kit now. I feel like this one will come in years to come. And if they can, lift the Premier League title this season wearing a kit like this, I think this will become one of the most iconic Arsenal kits we've seen in some time. It's bold, it's different. We don't often see Arsenal in these sort of colours as of recently. So absolutely love how they put it all together. That sort of zebra style for me is a massive tick. It works so well in this kit. I love a black-bodied kit as well. And with the outlines, especially around the collar there of the green and red, how it's correlated to the arm sleeves as well, and then alternating with the Adidas sponsor, the cannon, it just fits perfectly for me. Absolutely love it. One of my favourite kits of the season, just in general. Top-tier kit. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Maybe there's a little bit else going on in the body. It would have been a 10 out of 10, but actually clean, sleek, very high quality design, and Adidas finally smashing kit out of the park. The next team we're looking at is AFC Bournemouth, and I love this kit as well. What a surprise. No, this is a great design. It's bold, it's out there, and that's what I love about some of these away kits. It says Umbro done a fantastic job here. I know people aren't liking how Umbro are using some of the colours in their badge, but I'm loving that once again, incorporating that sort of light blue with the purple in the Umbro logo. The BJ88 sponsor isn't too bad. It sort of gets lost a little bit in the design, but it's not the worst thing out of the kit. I love how the Bournemouth logo itself now has embraced that sort of purpley colour as well. It looks fantastic there. Really clean design. The only thing I wish if it continued onto the arm sleeves. I'm not sure this whole bland white sleeves. I think it's taken away a little bit from the kit and a little bit from the design, but once you get all the badges and logos on, I guess it'll look fine. For me, it's a bold design, right? Going back to those sort of geometric designs, geometric shapes and patterns, and absolutely love it. It works really nice, and it's a really neat design. Despite it being chaotic, it's still really sophisticated and easy to follow. I love the colour pattern and how they've chosen that purple with that sort of cyany blue. It works really well for me. It's bold, it's out there, it's hit the ground running as well, and it's a really cool design. For that, and that in alone, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. It would have made an 11 if it had the pattern continuing on the arm sleeves, but in terms of going out there, it's done that. The colours are fantastic. It works well. It's incorporated with the badges. For me, 10 out of 10, one of the kits of the season. Our next club is Brentford, and I was critical in their home kit using the same one, but they've been very creative here with the away kit. I like it. A nice dark green, earthy green colours there on the arm sleeves. A little bit more sort of, I guess, a tree green in the main body there, and then the sort of fluoro-y green that sort of stands out. The high vis with the Brentford logo, the Umbro logo, and that Hollywood Bet sponsor. Again, not a big fan of the sponsor, but it does it right in this kit. It looks and it fits quite nicely. Again, a really simple design, but they've done it well. And I like the greens they've used, a bit of a different colour, which we haven't seen in the last few years. So Brentford fits very nicely. It's just a cool, calm, collected type of kit. That sums up their manager, Thomas Frank. Like, it's just a really nice looking kit. Again, nothing special, no crazy geometric designs or bold out there decisions like the Arsenal kit or the Bournemouth kit, but it does a really good job. And what it's trying to do there is be a bit different. Some darker colours as well. I'm a fan of these sort of darker coloured kits as well, and I'm liking this kit a lot. Again, nothing special. It can't be a really high mark. I've gone with a 7 out of 10, and it does its job really well. As again, nice, sleek, simple design, and does a really good job at that. So for me, 7 out of 10 for Brentford. Our next club is Brighton. And again, I love their home kit. And I don't really know how to feel about this away kit here. I love the yellow. It's really, really nice. It's out there, again, incorporating that yellow, which they've had throughout their kits throughout the previous seasons, but gone bold, all yellow design here. Continue with the pinstripes. I love the American Express logo, but once again, another club that doesn't continue the pinstripes around the logo. They've just kept this sort of bland space in the middle for the sponsor. That takes away from the kit for me. The darker blue, I'm a real big fan of that, and how it fits quite nicely with the yellow. But again, the Nike design and the collars of the Nike kits are just all funny. It makes it look a bit strange for me. And I think just the Nike design itself is taking away from this kit. Outside of that, it's a really, really clean, simple kit. Brighton this year have gone we're going to go pinstripes, we're going to make it good, we're going to make it clean and sophisticated design, and it's going to work. And I think for the most part, it has worked. Again, it's not going to be a crazy score because it's not an outlandish type design, but they've done well with the colours they've used. I love the sponsor. The pinstripes that continued on for me around that sponsor. I'm going 8 or 9 out of 10, but as it stands with the collar, I'm not really a big fan of that Nike design with the blue sort of coming down from around that circular collar. And the fact that the pinstripes don't connect up for me. I'm going with a 7 out of 10. Again, a really, really good design. Nothing special, but so close to being a really, really top kit this season in the Premier League. All right, we've gone from some amazing kits, some of the best kits I've seen this season, to arguably the worst kit of the season. Chelsea's away kit is diabolical. It is vomit on a shirt for me. I don't know what is going on here. The colours, it's like this off-white cream colour, and they continue with this orange Chelsea badge. It looks tacky. It looks made out of Vietnam type stuff. It's awful. It's not a great design. The blue collar, I don't mind that collar coming back. We've seen some teams incorporate that this season, not too bad. But once again, Nike, I don't know what they're doing. This off sort of cream white collar, not a fan at all. The orange throughout their kits this season, not a fan of it either. It is not Chelsea's colours. I don't know why they've gone and implemented it in all the kits. Not a fan of that. The Chelsea logo and the Nike logo just looks tacky and a bit cheap and fake. And for a club that's so established, a big club, you want to have kits that are classy and really, really nice to look at as an away kit. Be bold and be out there. They've just been idiotic and bold. It looks like they've just gone nowhere near it. There's enough blue in there, I guess, for me, for Chelsea, but still, it is one of the worst kits of the year. They've tried it too much and they've fallen well and truly short. I'm going with a 1 out of 10. It's pretty simple. It's just not good enough for me. It's just a bad looking kit. And I think it couldn't get any worse for Chelsea and Nike under this new partnership. Alrighty, our next club is Crystal Palace. And again, another kit I'm not sure how to feel about. They've been bold. They've got that eagle on the background as a sort of backdrop of this kit here with that sort of lighter yellowy colour. It does make it look a little cheap, but they try something different. And I'm a fan of that. But to be honest, a yellow base kit for Crystal Palace for me, maybe a bit of a gradient in there. That would have been a really, really top kit. I don't know why they've felt the need to get this massive eagle as the backdrop of the kit. The Net 88 sponsor, again, not the best, not the worst sponsor though, so I don't mind how that fits in there. They've incorporated the blue and the red really, really well for me. Again, I think that eagle is sort of a make or break. Some people might love it. Some people hate it. I'm just indifferent about it. It's there. They've tried something different, but it just hasn't worked out. Again, if you chuck sort of a black or even a dark blue gradient throughout that main yellow body, you've got a really good kit here. As it stands, I think that eagle for me takes away from it. It's not awful. It's not Chelsea level bad, but it isn't up there with the likes of Brentford's and the Arsenal's and the Brighton kits we've seen prior. So I'm going with a 4 out of 10. It just falls just below par for me. But again, some people might love this design with that eagle in the background. We move across to another team that has had some stinker kits this season. Everton is next. Castore again. I don't know. I'm simply at a loss now for Everton kits. A grey design, like a prison-looking design. How dark and grey and gloomy it looks. There's a geometric patterning throughout the sort of main body of the kit. I don't mind that. Again, the stake sponsor for me takes away from it. And this sort of cyany yellow, or like high-vis yellow, I don't know what I want to call it. I'm not sure I like how that all matches together. For me, grey on a kit, really? Go black, go a white, go something bold, but you've gone grey in the middle and it just looks a bit, it takes a life away from it. Away kits are supposed to be lively and bright and exuberant and expressive a little bit, a chance for the companies to have a go and try something a little bit different. This looks like a really lazy design. They chuck some geometric patterning on the back. They've gone grey as well. And then I don't know. The colours for me just mix match. I don't like how there's like a bright, high vis type yellow with this sort of grey design. I'm not a fan of it at all, to be honest with you. Again, the Everton sort of tower, cool design, don't mind it. It just looks a little bit too simplistic. They're trying to go too minimalistic, and it becomes just a real bland, boring kit. Like you chuck blue on that, and it's the home jersey. It's basically what it is. So for me, nothing special. I hate the grey. Do you want to see that? That's a big no for me. Stake sponsors a no. Castore in general, probably a no. As such, I'm going with a 2 out of 10. Not a big fan of it at all. I think it's just really, really lazy from Castore with their kit here. Fulham is the next club we are looking at, and an interesting design. They've gone that sort of black and red stripes down the main body, big bold stripes. So I don't mind it. It's different. It works. It's incorporating other colours of the kit. Their home kit for me was an absolute smacker. It was elite, top level kit. This one looks a little bit more simplistic, a little bit more just Adidas training kit design, just whack some colours on there. I don't mind the different design. I'm liking the incorporation of the red more often this season. I'm a big fan of that, with the black in there as well. Looks quite clean, but a very simplistic design. You can't really give it a high score because of that. Again, the Adidas V-necks for me, to take away from all the kits they have. I feel like this season for me, I'm either a collar guy or a rounded collar. The V-necks, not a big fan of that. All in all, though, does a job. Different colours, different colourway, being a bit more bold. Not just a simple sort of black design or a different colour. They've gone in there and gotten red involved, and I like it this season. Big fan of that. But again, can't give it too high of a mark. I'm going 6 out of 10 because it does its job. It's different, but it's not really, really bold and out like other teams we've seen so far in the Premier League. The next club is Ipswich, and round of applause. Once again, Ipswich. Umbro and Ipswich have smashed it this season. This kit, for me, 1A, 1B, maybe just 2. It is so nice. That's a maroony, heartier, dark red with this crazy geometric patterning in the background there, but not overwhelming on the design. This is one of the few times I like that the arm sleeves are a bit different because it'd probably be too much to have it all over the kit, but the main body looks really, really neat. And I tell you what, I wasn't a big fan of that sort of Ed Sheeran tour sponsor, but in the gold in this kit, it looks so nice over the main body. I'm loving how they incorporated the gold throughout the Ipswich Umbro and the Ed Sheeran tour sponsor, and the blue just accents around the rounded collar and the arm sleeves. I love it. I think for me, one of the kits at every leg this season. It is super, super neat. Umbro again smashing it out of the park. Again, they got these rounded collars right. I think that's the way to go this year. And if they do sort of come up a little bit taller like we're seeing in the photo, even more of a plus for me. I love a little thicker collar. Really cool geometric design. The colours just match well. The gold adds a bit of class to the kit as well. And it pops. And it pops just enough. Not overwhelmingly too bright or too extravagant. It just does the job for me. A well put together kit. Yeah, accents done well. The blue matches quite nice in there alongside the darker red and the maroony sort of colour there. I can't run the words and just fantastic for this kit. Smack bang, 10 out of 10 for me. They have smashed their home and away kit this season. And you have to cop one of them because they are absolutely fantastic to look at and just fit so well. What a way to start back in the Premier League with these two fantastic kits for Ipswich Town. From Ipswich's highs to the Leicester lows, so you can call it. Again, Adidas have done them dirty. I don't know what is going on here. I respect the effort to try something different. You know, they got this sort of yellowy pink sort of like splash painting type design, but it just goes empty and hollow in the middle, just a black middle. And okay, there's a rounded Adidas collar, at least that's a plus. But again, with the fact the main body's just this different color and the shoulder straps are just white, shoulder sleeves is black, it just looks really strange. It looks like it's a disjointed kit. The Leicester badge and the white with the Adidas and the white with the BC game and the white, stands out, does a good job there. But it feels like this sort of splash painting or graffiti type design could have been done throughout the kit, not just the border of the main body. It just looks really, really strange and blocky. I think a lot of manufacturers, especially Adidas and Nike, have been, I guess, a real problem with this season. They made this sort of blocky design because the bodies are so exciting or the bodies are different and the sleeves are just one color or one design and nothing exciting about them. There may be some regulations about it, but in terms of looking at a kit, it just makes it look quite strange. And this Leicester kit for me, that sponsored BC game, not a fan of that. Again, Adidas, just really simple design on the arm sleeves. The fact that this design could have been so much better if you incorporated that sort of graffiti design throughout, you're looking at sort of a 7, 8 out of 10, but the way it is now with the sponsor and how lackluster it sort of is with the colours and how the continuity of the kit is in there, I've gone with a 4 out of 10. They've tried something, they've fallen well short, but the vision's there. Just continue it on a little bit more and looks like one of the better kits this season. So for me, really, really disappointing. So much could have been done with this kit, but they've fallen well and truly short. As such, as I said, a 4 out of 10 for Leicester City. Following that is Liverpool's away kit. And again, I'm not really sure I'm a biggest fan of this. A little bit more going on than their Merseyside rivals in Everton. But again, it's more of a sort of grey or really light black design. I'm liking the blue accents, fits quite well. There is a bit of a throwback there, I think, to some of the older Liverpool kits where they had that sort of grey and that sort of blue, light blue type design. So they sort of correlate that over, but it's towards the black side rather than the grey side here. So that's a little bit of positive in their books. Again, as I said, I'm not a big fan of grey. This is more of that sort of light black, which I'm not too upset about. The colour's really nice, design a little bit lighter there. As I said, I like the incorporation of the blue, but it's just really bland from Nike. It's just a smack bang grey kit, dark grey kit with some blue accents. It probably fits a bit better than the Everton kit. The sponsor's a little bit nice. I like standard chartered there as a sponsor. All in all, though, again, just not creative enough by night, quite boring. And again, the big manufacturers aren't making great kits this season. For me, it's just a bland, boring 4 out of 10. There's not much else to talk about it. It's there. It's a different colour, but there's no imagination and no excitement in this kit at all. So as I said, 4 out of 10 for Liverpool and quite a bland design for this season. The next team we've got is Manchester City, and they've sort of harked back to the original sort of days here with that fluoro yellow, the blue accents around the dark blue as well throughout the body. I like this kit. It took a little bit of time to grow on me, but as I kept looking at it, I'm like, I like it. Puma have tried to go back to that sort of heritage style. I'm loving the collar as well. I'm a big fan of the collar. Seeing that on there. Again, this is a leaked design. I'm assuming this is it because it's hanging up in a store, but fantastic. Etihad Airways now is becoming a little bit synonymous to Man City. That fits quite nicely in the middle. This is the one time that blocking out the middle actually works for a kit because of how bright and how well everything else fits in the jersey. Puma again, collar, tick. Getting that sort of sky blue in there through the arm sleeves and the collar, tick as well. Harking back to a sort of heritage type design, tick once again. And how it sort of pops out on the page and the real light fluoro yellow complements that sort of dark blue, almost black colour really, really well. Again, nice stripes down the main body. Fan of that as well. All together, it just fits as a kit. It operates so well. It just fits together nicely. It stands out. It does enough. Yes, it's a bit bold and yes, it's a bit out there and the colours are a bit wacky for some people, but I like it. And I think they've taken another great step here with a Man City away kit here, Puma. For me, one of the better kits this season. Really, really nice to look at. It's bold enough. It's bright. It does a job. It's sort of harking back. It's got that collar as well. Superb kit once again for Man City. I've gone with an 8 out of 10 for them. I'm a real big fan of this kit. And I think it could be one of the better kits this season in the Premier League. We move across to the other side of Manchester to Manchester United. And once again, we have been blessed by Adidas with another fantastic kit as the away kit. It looks just super. When you see it on the play as well, fantastic. You've got that dark blue, once again, harking back to AIG, Ronaldo, Champions League type goals. The Snapdragon sponsor, once again, I think it's one of the better sponsors we've had in some time. This sort of silvery white throughout, classy, sleek and smooth design. They've got those sort of panels on the Adidas panels for this season done well. Again, it's not a totally different colour, it's just a slightly a lighter tone of blue. You've got a collar in there as well. There's a lot of M's that sort of giving that sort of flowery feel of like the old school sharp blue jersey used to have as well, but they're made out of M's as well, which I like. It's a cool little design in the background that stands out. M for Manchester. You've got that sort of, as I said, that flowery design, which the old school Adidas sharp Man United kits had as well. I'm liking they use silver in this kit. I think it's a real nice and neat design. The colours complement well. It's back to an old school favourite of Manchester United fans in blue as well. There's a collar, there's everything. It fits quite nicely. One of those simple kits, but done well, and there's enough design in there, enough geometric shapes in the background, use of a collar. For me, one of my favourites. Maybe it biases as a Man United fan, but I have to give it a 9 out of 10. Does its job and does it very, very well. Very similar level to Arsenal and kits for me, because both have been bold, both have done the job that they're supposed to do, and they're both fantastic kits to look at as away kits. Because as I said, away kits, you're there to be creative, you're there to make things happen and be bold, and that's what Adidas have done here, and finally have hit the nail on the head with another good kit as their away strip. Our next club is Newcastle United, and this is another case of Adidas smashing an away kit out of the park. We've gone back to that sort of paneling, the sort of blue and maroon coloured paneling. Pretty sure it harks back to an old school kit as well, so I'm a big fan of that. And what Adidas have finally done here is they continue the pattern on the arm sleeves and on those side panels as well. So it's one continuous kit, no just patchy work or main body and no sleeves or panels are different to the main body. They've got it continue throughout the kit. The white sponsor and white logo therefore stands out. It pops. The rounded collar, the white Adidas 3 stripes over the shoulders. This, for me, is one of the better kits as well. Really, really nice design. Again, the sponsor takes away from it. I'm not a big fan of that sponsor and how it's sort of blocky and take up the space as it is. But the colorway design, harking back to, I'm pretty sure, a vintage kit from Newcastle as well. The way everything sort of pops on the page, it works together. The blues and the maroon as well fits really nicely. The patterns continue on the arm sleeves and on those panels that Adidas have used this season. One of my favourites. Really, really clean design, neat design, vintage type design as well. Colours match quite nicely. It makes for one of a more attractive kits this season. And once again, as I said, Adidas making it count with their away kits in the Premier League this season. I'm going to slap in an 8 out of 10 for this kit for me. Really, really nice design, really neat, and harking back to a vintage design as well, which I'm a massive fan of here once again. Our next club is Nottingham Forest, and it's an interesting design for me. You've gone back to having those panels, having that pink in there, pink on the Adidas and Nottingham Forest logos, and then pink on the shoulder sleeves with the 3 stripes, the Adidas there. It's a strange one for me because they've got a bit of patterning on the main body. The fact that it's so continuous and so just synchronized looks a bit strange. Again, the sponsor, me, not a fan at all. I don't mind the blue. I think it was just blue and pink, and you had pink incorporated a little bit more throughout the kit. It would have been really, really nice. Look, a bit different. I'm just not sure what I think about this main body paneling they've got going on here with the design. It looks almost too synchronized and too uniform for me. That sort of takes away from the kit. Once again, another rounded collar from Adidas, which I'm a fan of that. That's a tick. The pink I like. It's bold, it's out there. It's easy to look at on the eye as well and stands out. But again, I think that main body and the sponsors taking away from the kit for me. I'll give them a above average mark because they've tried to take it on. They've been a bit different. But I can't give them much higher than a 6 out of 10. I think 6 out of 10 is the way I'll land. A kit that tried a few things but just didn't quite convert for me for Nottingham Forest. But at least a bit of a different design for them for their away kit this season. The next club is Southampton, and I love their home kit. This one, as their away kit, just falls a little short for me. Again, I'm a fan of this Puma collar they've got going on here, how that sort of comes down and does never really meet. It's sort of an open collar design. I'm liking that. I'm liking the yellow, bright and in your face. That's what you want from an away kit. There's a lot going on in the pattern and the main body. Again, I'm giving plus marks for that. Is it a little bit too much? Probably. And the roll bit sponsor was a good fitting sponsor on the home kit. It looks a bit out of place here on the away kit. Maybe there's too much yellow going on in it that it doesn't quite look like it fits, but for me, it didn't quite fit on this away kit as it did on the home kit. I'm liking that sort of blue accents throughout on the collar and on the arm sleeves. I've incorporated that on the Puma and Southampton logos, but for me, just a little bit too much, and I guess they've tried it, and I'm giving them the respect because I said to a lot of clubs that they have got to try things and make things happen, but almost too much is going on this kit for me. Again, I'm going to give it an above average mark. I'm going 6 out of 10. I just think there's a little bit too much going on. Simplified the design a little bit. For different sponsors there, I'm giving it a bit of a higher mark, but it just falls short for me of one of the better kits, just above average 6 out of 10 for Southampton's kit. Next is Tottenham, and once again, I got a bone to pick with them. Centering the badge and then not centering the Nike badge is criminal. It looks like the kit's so off shape, and the colours they've used, not a fan at all. I'm slandering Tottenham kits this season. I'm not a fan of this at all. They've gone that uneven colour design, which we saw throughout the Euros as well. This sort of gradient paneling just looks all over the place, to be honest. The way you do a gradient is to thicker colours throughout and fade throughout the body. They've got just a mixed match of all these different blues, some pinstripes, some just straight main body lines. There's yellow on the arm sleeve, but nowhere else in the kit. Again, this collar, not a fan of this collar. Not centering the Nike logo, the fact you got the Spurs logo centered. Air as a sponsor, the colouring of that, I'm not sure I like that at all. This funny sort of pinstripe / column / gradient look, it's all over the place. It's a mix match misfit bunch of a kit. Not a big fan of it. Going with a 3 out of 10. I'm giving them the benefit that they've tried something, but for me, it just does not fit together. Looks a bit funky. And for Tottenham, just centre the Nike logo with the Spurs logo. At least you get a decent mark. But once again, it is criminal not to centre all the badges. As I said, 3 out of 10 for me. Not a good kit for Tottenham. Once again, Umbro have smashed it. West Ham United are next. And this is another classic type design from Umbro. Bit more of a V-neck type design here on the collar. You've got this sort of gradient in the background. I think I'm assuming of like old schools of London, East London buildings in there, which is really, really nice. Again, Betway, not the best sponsor, but one of the better ones we've got in the Premier League. I'm loving how you still got the sort of claret outside of the West Ham there with the white hammers, claret, and then the white on the Umbro logo as well. It's just a really just sleek design, just a nice design. There's not too much to it, but there's enough in there. You've got that sort of patterning over that main body there, which I assume is old school buildings in London there. You've got the bit of claret through the logo, through a patch there on the arm sleeves. I love a big, dark, black body design on an away kit. Umbro, I love it how they incorporate different colours in their logos. Some people hate it. I absolutely love it. It's just a simple kit, but does it really, really nicely. Similar to Arsenal, but not on that level because they haven't quite taken a massive step. I'm going with a really, really high score because it all fits nicely. It looks classy. There is enough to it. It's just a black design, right? And they haven't gone this grey like Everton, or haven't gone this off-coloured grey like Liverpool have with their Nike kit. And they've got enough going throughout the kit. They've got a bit of a background to it as well, which I really, really like. All in all, a really, really sleek, neat design. Going with 8 out of 10, as I said, just short of Arsenal because it isn't as adventurous as theirs. But all in all, really, really nice Umbro design once again. They are smashing it out of the park with their kits in season 24-25. That brings us to our final team, Wolves, and this Sudu sponsor. I don't know what they're doing to them. So I'd said it with Tottenham just a few kits ago. Centre all the if you're going to centre it, centre all the badges. They did the same thing with the home kit. It just looks so strange. And this DE bet sponsor, not a fan either. You know what I am a fan of though? This sort of wolf stencily design in the background. I like it. It's different. It looks a bit out there and outlandish, but I'm here for it. I'm here for trying to change things up. Don't mind it all in all. Again, a very thin colour, making it look like a bit of a t-shirt. This suit is once again a new design, so it looks a bit foreign to me. I'm not a big fan of it, but a small change. You centre that Sudu logo, you change that DE Bets sponsor. You've got a bit of an iconic design here. Make it of a thicker collar as well. There's elements there that I like. I like the wolf in the back. It's different. We haven't seen something like that for a while, and I'm here for it. It's not quite that Crystal Palace that looks a little bit, all over the place. I think it fits quite nicely. And in fact, it's in the yellow. It's got that real hardy. It's got the black and yellow, which you expect of a Wolves kit, but just inverted. And I like that. Really adventurous kit. Has it hit the landing? No. But they've tried something, and I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for that. Going just above average again for them. 6 out of 10. There's elements there I like that. The centre Wolves badge, that's a plus. That wolf sort of steads from the background, I'm plus in that as well. A black design for an away kit. Fan of that one as well. You make a thicker collar. You centre the Sudu logo. You've got one of the better kits in the league. Just a few things to change that I would have changed in that kit to make it a better looking one. But all in all, a very, very neat design for Sudu here. Props for them for this kit here. Ladies and gents, that brings this video to an end. Let me know what you think of my thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you have any, different looks of these kits? Do you see them any differently? My top 3 kits, I'm thinking Ipswich number 1 for me, Arsenal number 2, and probably Manchester United number 3. Chelsea easily by far the worst kit. I'm not sure what Nike are doing with Chelsea. It is absolutely criminal. But as I said, let me know your thought in the comment section down below. Which is your favourite kit? Which is the worst kit you think for this upcoming season for Premier League away kits? With that all being said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please smash a like on it, subscribe to the Players Zone channel for more videos like these, and press that post notification bell so you know we upload our videos and podcasts here on the channel. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the coming football as it's getting closer and closer as the days go on, and have a great rest of your day. Until next time, guys, see you later.